After nearly 2 years on trial in Turkey, an American pastor is finally free. A Turkish court released evangelical pastor Andrew Brunson today. President Trump pushed for Brunson's release and says he will soon be home. White House correspondent Mark Irons reports. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Wyatt. The bipartisan push to free Pastor Andrew Brunson has finally paid off. President Trump has been working closely with the State Department and U.S. lawmakers to convince Turkey to release Brunson, and today they did.
Video captures the moment Pastor Andrew Brunson was driven out of a Turkish prison. The court inside convicted the American pastor on terror-related charges, but set him free. Also on hand, Brunson's wife, ready to welcome him home. Turkey decided Brunson could be released from house arrest and allowed to leave the country. President Trump sent a series of tweets today praising the good news. In one case writing in all caps, "Pastor Brunson just released. We'll be home soon." He isn't the only one celebrating. I talked to Johnny Moore, a commissioner with the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom.
This is a great day for all Americans. I mean, this is someone that we have prayed for. He's an American citizen.
And Moore applauds the Trump administration for securing Brunson's release.
When something like this happens, it doesn't happen accidentally. It happens because of strategic foreign policy decisions that are made to produce a certain outcome. And this administration decided, of the 1,000 things going on in the world, that one thing that was going to be a priority was the fate of this pastor, this American citizen.
Another USERF Commissioner, Tony Perkins, traveled to Turkey to deliver a message of support from the White House. Perkins says the prayers of thousands were answered today when Pastor Brunson was released, and it brings hope to those around the globe who are being persecuted because of their faith. For his part, Brunson once told the court after years of ministry in the country, "I love Jesus, I love Turkey." The country's imprisonment of him strained relations with the U.S. and contributed to U.S. sanctions on Turkey.
Larry,
I asked President Trump's chief economic advisor if additional tariffs imposed on Turkey would now be relaxed.
There will be discussions, that's all I can say. I don't want to get ahead of the story. All things being discussed, that's all I can say.
Ever since Turkey accused the North Carolina pastor of terror-related charges, a bipartisan group of U.S. senators has also been pushing for his release. Vice President Pence says he and the Second Lady look forward to welcoming Pastor Brunson and his courageous wife Noreen back to the USA. Wyatt?
Mark, how soon could that happen? When could we see a homecoming?
Well, this is a developing story. Pastor Brunson's trip to the U.S., it could be imminent. We'll provide updates on our EWTN News Nightly Twitter page. Wyatt?
Okay, and we'll be following that. White House correspondent Mark Irons reporting. Thanks, Mark.